Armada Kickoff is brought to you by Community First Credit Union, Winn-Dixie, Baptist Health, Bowden Nye and Associates, Brumos Automotive, and Coastal Spine and Pain Center.
We welcome you into the final installment of Armada Kickoff before the first match for the Armada. The inaugural match tomorrow at Everbank Field against the Philadelphia Union. We have a lot to get to today, including a visit with team owner Mark Frisch on the eve of his dream becoming a reality.
We'll also meet Pascal, a member of the Haitian national team who chose to play for the Armada and who's still giving back to his home country after the devastating earthquake 5 years ago. But we start with new additions to the Armada roster, which now stands at 18 after the addition of 3 players from Argentina last week and 1 defender with local ties. From Argentina, the Armada have added Bochi Hoyos, the son of co-head coach Guillermo Hoyos. He's a midfielder who, as you might imagine, has a great grasp of what the coaches want to see out on the field. He's played professionally in South America and in Greece and was once a teammate of Lionel Messi with FC Barcelona B. Also signing defenders Lucas Scaglia and Lucas Trejo.
The Armada also signed Joseph Toby. Born in Sierra Leone, Toby moved to Jacksonville as a teenager and played soccer at Wolfson High School and at Flagler College. Most recently, he was playing in the USL with Arizona United. Before that, he was with Orlando City SC. It became official this week. The Armada will compete in the U.S. Open Cup this year. The U.S. Open Cup is the oldest soccer trophy in North America. It's been awarded for over 100 years. All levels of club teams can compete, and this past year the NASL performed quite well in the tournament. Of the 11 matches between NASL and MLS squads, the NASL won 5 of them. In the end, the Seattle Sounders won the cup with a victory over the Philadelphia Union. But the New York Cosmos, Carolina Railhawks, and San Antonio Scorpions all won in the 4th round against MLS sides, and the Silverbacks and Railhawks both advanced to the quarterfinals. All 9 U.S.-based NASL clubs will compete in the U.S. Open Cup this year, with the first NASL round for the Armada coming on May the 27th. They could face an MLS squad as early as June 16th or 17th. In all, 91 clubs will participate. That's a record number. It'll be quite a showcase for American soccer, and the Armada will be a part of it. Also this week, the Armada finalized a partnership with the 4th largest youth soccer organization in the state, Jacksonville FC. The goal is to help nurture young soccer players at all levels, and is being called a groundbreaking partnership.
I hope it has a huge impact. I think obviously it's a pathway. You're going to hear that word probably over and over, but we're creating a pathway for our kids from U5 all the way up to U18 and hopefully to the professional ranks, just to give them that hope, that opportunity.
Essentially, the partnership allows kids playing in JFC to benefit from coaching and gives them an aiming point in the distance if they think they may want to make soccer a significant part of their lives.
So now we're giving kids the platform, a place to play, to whereas obviously if you have goals to be a national team player. We found something that worked. We found something that allows us to offer something more for our memberships, and hopefully on the Armada side they found something that a group of people that's going to wrap their arms around the Armada as well.
This also allows the Armada to further connect with the soccer playing community, an important aspect of the club's very fabric.
Hopefully in the end, there will be more exposure to an Armada coaching perspective. There'll be players that they'll be able to touch and see and say, hey, he trained my team the other day. How cool would it be to have a young person come through our community, our club or any other local club, and then voila, they make it to the Armada staff. They're on the team, they're on the field, they're playing in big games. That would be the ultimate. That would be the really neat thing.
And the Armada played some scrimmages this past week against fellow MLS opponents from the Big Apple. First up, New York City FC, known as NYCFC, on Sunday. The match was tied 1-1 until the very last minute when a penalty was called on Jacksonville, setting up NYCFC with a penalty kick at the whistle, ending the match 2-1. On Thursday, the Armada scrimmaged with the New York Red Bulls in Orlando. Clearly, the Armada is ready for tomorrow's match, the staff is ready, and you definitely know owner Mark Frisch is ready.
Thank you, Krissty. And we are joined here by the owner of the Jacksonville Armada, Mark Frisch. We're just hours away now from kickoff of the first ever match for your team. What are you feeling right now?
I was talking about it actually last night with my wife, and at some point I'm going to look down on the field and realize that is our team playing a soccer match down there, and it's really an amazing thing. Time has flown by, and we're just ready to see the team on the field and playing against a quality opponent like Philadelphia.
Take me back to the moment of inspiration, which was that U.S. versus Scotland match here in Jacksonville when you saw 44,000 down there. What was it that triggered this thought that, hey, we could do this?
Well, first of all, how many people showed up, right? And so there's something there in the community when you see 44,000 people show up for a friendly against Scotland national team. And when you see the passion in the fans and you see the passion pre-match and post-match and see how attracted the fans are to the game, I thought this certainly is something that could exist here at the club level on a long-term basis.
All right, so that went from, hey, this could happen, to, hey, this is going to happen. When was the moment where you realized, this is for real, this is actually going to happen?
You know, it must have been like a year or so after that when I really got into it with the commissioner of our league, Bill Peterson, and we were having serious conversations about the North American Soccer League and Jacksonville being a potential fit for the league. And the more we talked, the more comfortable I got, the more comfortable he got. It was looking like it was going to happen, and that's when it got really exciting for me.
And it's getting very exciting now. You know, we've talked all the last several months about the team really becoming part of the community and really digging its roots into the community. Of course, you have deep roots here in Jacksonville. But now we're going to see what happens on the pitch, on the field. Do you have certain expectations? Are there some things that you're going to want to look for, some keys or some triggers you want to see?
I do have expectations. I'm trying not to be too overly confident, I guess. But, you know, you want your team to win. You expect your team to win. And talking with Dario and the coaches, we have some great players. And, you know, we've never really seen them face up against any opponent before. So it's hard to have real expectations, I guess. But based on who we've signed, the pedigree they have, the coaches, and the trials and all the training sessions they've had, it's just been hard work and nonstop effort. So we expect big things.
What do you hope fans will take away from this inaugural match? What do you want them to be saying or thinking as they walk out of Everbank Field?
You know, I want them to see a team that's playing for them, playing for their community, playing with passion, putting a great product on the field, and providing great entertainment value for the time and money that they're going to spend on coming to that venue to watch those matches. And so, you know, some of them, it could be their first soccer match ever. And hopefully, like me, there's some out there who get addicted to the game and become huge fans. And that potential's there, and we're going to put on a great show. And hopefully Section 904 is there. They put on a great couple of drum beats and have some good fun and, you know, just attract the fan into chanting with them.
I can pretty much guarantee Section 904 will be there with the enthusiasm.
Yes.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Mark, thanks a lot. Enjoy it if you possibly can.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Thank you, Cole.
Tomorrow will be about more than just the match, although that should be special. A pre-match party starts at 2:30 in the South End Zone Fan Entertainment Zone. The band Be Easy will play. T-Roy and DJ EL from iHeartRadio will be there. And the U.S. Marines Color Guard and the coin toss with Rear Admiral George W. Balance, plus a halftime fireworks and laser light show you won't want to miss. The Armada roster features a blend of youth and experience. One of the guys who can certainly draw on his great experience is the recently signed Pascal Million. Haitian-born, Million moved to Florida as a teenager, and that was just one of the reasons he chose to sign with the Armada this month. Krissty Andaur has more.
You know, I don't know, something about Jacksonville just really attracted me, you know, so it's like it's close home. And, you know, I just heard a lot of great stuff about, you know, team here, and then they're up to something good, and I just want to be a part of it, so I just chose to come here.
Million had a number of choices. As a player for the Haitian national team, he's an established player. But at the age of 28, he's certainly still in his prime years, and he is very optimistic about what the Armada can accomplish in year one.
It's going to be good because we all are the same. We have the same goal, same dream. You know, try to be the best we can be, like, you know, especially preseason. And, you know it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, a new team. But we have a good staff and a good organization who help us to get better. So we're going to just try to bring our experience in and try to make the best, you know.
Pascal is one of 4 players on the Armada roster with national team experience. While he admits that he still gets nervous before matches, he hopes to help the younger players on the Armada squad stay calm in the inaugural match on Saturday.
I'm just telling him it's a game, you know, just gotta be, you know, just gotta be patient and just make sure you focus, you know, stay focused at all time and enjoy it. You know, at the end of the day, that's what we play for, just enjoy it and try to get the win. So you just try to push him, you know, try to give him the little backup what they need.
Million moved from Haiti to Lakeland, Florida as a teenager, but after the earthquake in Haiti 5 years ago, he decided to do something to give back to his native country.
Well, life's going, you know, life's going, and, you know, it's going good. They try to, you know, still try to get going in the fit, you know, but, you know, it's just life, you know, we all have to go through that, but, you know, I've been a bigger part of it too because I have a foundation. I'm helping kids down there. A Million Dreams Foundation. You know, just try to help, try to give back to where I'm coming from.
You take a look at Million's career and you see that he scored goals everywhere he's been. He's expected to play a key role as an attacking midfielder. His one international goal came against Italy in a friendly in 2013. And a reminder, you can see all the Armada matches, including tomorrow's inaugural match against the Philadelphia Union, right here on CW17. Armada Match Day begins at 5 p.m. tomorrow with a kickoff at 5:30.
Coming up, we'll take a look at Bob's boot room as we talk what you can expect out on the field on Saturday. That's next on Armada Kickoff.
And a reminder, it's a great time to get your Armada season tickets. Get them now. They include an interest-free monthly payment plan. You can be invited to special events that include players and coaches, and have a 3-year ticket. If you buy that 3-year ticket, you'll get your name on a brick at the permanent Armada FC Stadium. Tickets start at just $10 per match. Call 1-844-2-ARMADA or online at armadafc.com. Each week we spend a minute on one of the NASL opponents the Armada will face. This week it's one of the favorites in the league, Minnesota United. The Loons have a pair of top stars, Christian Ramirez and Miguel Ibarra. Ramirez led the league in goals and assists last season. He scored 20 goals in 28 games, 8 more goals than anyone else in the league. He won the Player of the Week award 3 times, was twice named Player of the Month, and yet it was his teammate Miguel Ibarra who was called up to the U.S. national team after the World Cup. Minnesota won the title in 2011, but lost in the semifinals to Fort Lauderdale this past season. They're expected to challenge for the title again this year. The Armada travel to Minnesota May 23rd and July 15th, and United come to Community First Park on July 31st. Now it's time to head to the boot room with Bob Veal and Krissty.
Thanks, Cole. Bob, you look great in your Fleet Friday outfit, I might add.
I'm ready for Saturday, really ready for it.
Okay, so now let's get into what the team will look like out on the field for tomorrow's match.
Yeah, let's talk about what we as fans expect to see and probably educate a few fans on what they should be looking for vis-a-vis what the Armada will be doing. And let me demonstrate this by splitting the field into thirds. I always like as a coach to split the team into the field into thirds so that we can then determine where players should be. And this gives us, if we're coming this way, this gives us our defense in here. And as I said the other week, we'll be playing 4 and then 3 in the middle, our midfield, and then we'll be playing 3 at the front. Now, what we will be trying to do, as far as I think they'll be doing, is trying to close up this midfield here, to go high, for these players to play into their half, thereby controlling the game and taking the ball early and playing high. Now, we watched the game on Sunday with them, and what we don't need is what happened now and again on Sunday, is these guys in the midfield laid back too much, which meant that your 3 very talented forwards that we have were not getting the quality of ball that they should have done. We're having to pass the ball from back here through gaps to try and find these people. I think the whole thing for the fans to look at is to say, where are we playing on the field? To look at it, see our back 4 moving up,
Pushing forward.
pushing into their third of the field. What we want to be doing is playing the game in the middle third and their third, and stopping them making the through balls and the runs into our third of the field.
So hopefully this is something that we'll be able to see out tomorrow at the match.
And that's what I'm saying to the fans. When you're looking at the game, look at it with the perspective that this is the formation we're looking to play. And you would expect to see 4 at the back, 3 in the midfield, and 3 forwards. Now this guy here, you may see lay back a little bit from the front too. And he is the provider for midfield, and you may see him make runs. What we're trying to do is to keep the width on the field so that we can take defenders out and play through balls for these guys to run onto.
Well, thank you.
That's pretty well what we expect to see this week.
Well, I'll see you out there tomorrow.
Look forward to it.
Cole?
Since Saturday's match is the first match and will be for a number of folks who will be going out to Everbank Field, we thought we'd spend a little bit of time on some soccer terms. For starters, you'll hear particularly English soccer fans refer to the playing surface as the pitch. And that's fine. We'll call it the pitch sometimes. Field or park is also acceptable. A team can also be called the club or a side, as in that's a strong side, talking about one team or another. After 45 minutes are played in each half, there will be, almost certainly, stoppage time or injury time added. This is the amount of time that the game was stopped for a player being down or something administrative, and the referee will decide how much stoppage time will be added. The touch line, also known as the sideline, as usual, just as in American football, when the ball goes across the sidelines out of bounds. The byline would be the end line or the baseline, if you were to use a football or basketball analogy. As for players, you'll see three different main positions in terms of outfield players: forwards, midfielders, and defenders. Forwards may be categorized as an attacker or a striker, depending on the way they're utilized within the course of a formation. Midfielders and defenders, sometimes also called halfbacks and fullbacks, particularly by fans of English soccer. A clean sheet would be what a lot of folks would call a shutout. When no goals are allowed, there are no marks put against the sheet, so it is a clean sheet. And finally, a technical player. We hope the Armada have a lot of these. These are guys who are very good with their feet, very good on the ball, and have a lot of skills to be utilized in possession.
Straight ahead, it's our Analyst Roundtable. We size up the Armada roster and what to expect tomorrow in the inaugural match.
The Armada Social Rewards program is a great way to stay connected with the team via social media. Visit armadasocialrewards.com, create an account, and start earning free stuff. Just mention the Armada using your social media and earn tokens that eventually turn into prizes. Simple enough, right? Well, each week we will pick a random winner and prize. This week we are giving our lucky winner 2 tickets to the Fort Lauderdale Strikers match on February 28th. Congratulations, Michelle Bardarji, and thanks for keeping up with the Armada via social media. And now let's head over to the round table with Cole.
Thank you, Krissty. Joined here on the round table by David Hayes, Mauricio Ruiz. Guys, let's talk about the roster that the Armada have been assembling here. Particularly the last month or so, they've really been adding some firepower. David, what have you seen out of that roster?
Yeah, they've added a lot of youthful experience with good attacking players like Pascal Keita. I know Pascal personally from coaching him in Tampa. Just a very dynamic player. Beat you one-on-one, stop, beat you again. He's just a great kid. They've added a lot of attacking players, and I think it's going to be an exciting season.
Yeah, I think what the administration is trying to say, what our coaching staff, our GM, is that we're here to win. We're not here just to come in slowly into the NASL. We want to make a splash. So with our attacking power, we talked about it last week, we expect a lot of goals. And this weekend's going to be nice to see how all of that comes together. But from a roster standpoint, we got players that can play.
And, of course, one of the guys we probably won't see against Philadelphia is Marcos Flores, who could be one of the real key cogs in that lineup. Mauricio, what's important for the Armada to accomplish against Philadelphia?
Well, I think when we talk about roster and you talk about early in the season, we need to see who works well together. Yeah, so you have Jamal, you have Kid, you have all those guys coming in, you have Pascal, all similar type of players, but do they all fit on the field at the same time? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. So I think this weekend is going to be players coming together. Flores, when he comes in with Bochy, do they mix well together? We have a lot of experience, but how does that experience mix with our youth, with the style of play? And I think that's really what we need to see this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, every game has a momentum shifts. They have momentum shifts. They have, things in the game where you're going to go through stretches without the ball. How they handle that is going to gain character. How they, create chances and finish chances. That's what they're trying to accomplish now, is getting on the same page and then, dealing with everything as a group.
Yep.
This is the inaugural match. Fans are going to be juiced up for it. Will there be some nerves out on the field?
Absolutely. I mean, you're playing an MLS side. The guys are getting together. They're trying to make a difference. My thing is I hope they just learn to play simple. Play the easy ball, play simple, and they'll get through it.
Yeah. We brought experienced players in. And there's some youth into that, but our youth players have played in the league for 2 or 3 years. So this guys got brought in here for moments like this. So there's always, as a competitor, a little bit of nervousness, but I think there's a lot of anxiety and a lot of excitement for these players. It'll be interesting to see how some of the local players are going to do, right? Our Tommy, Toby that we just signed, Nerdin out of the back. Now they're playing in front of the home crowd for the first time. We've had a couple close scrimmages, but we have a home crowd, some whole crowd players. I'm excited to see how they handle their nerves.
Yeah, I'm also going to be excited to see how the fans and the supporters
exactly.
handle things too. It's going to be a high energy experience for sure. David Hayes, Mauricio Ruiz, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, when we come back, more right here on Armada Kickoff, including what Fridays are all about right before match day. That's straight ahead. There is still time to get your spring season half pack from just $12 a match. It includes tomorrow's inaugural match against Philadelphia Union and all of the regular season NASL fixtures at home in the spring schedule. Call 1-844-2-ARMADA or online at armadafc.com. Well, we're getting very close to the inaugural match again tomorrow at Everbank Field. We're looking forward to it. And you may have seen around town today a lot of folks wearing navy and gold, and some of them may have been just an accident. But for most of them, it was all about being a part of Fleet Friday before every Armada match. Chance to wear your team colors.
Absolutely. I know I wear my navy and gold all the time, but I think it's something so exciting for the community to be able to see that out.
Yeah, without a doubt. And we'll see the team on the field for the first time. Again, 5:30 kickoff, but we'll have 5 o'clock start for both TV and radio. We'll have the broadcast right here on CW17. Mauricio Ruiz will join me in the broadcast booth. Then on radio, it'll be Stuart Weber and Bob Veal on Sports Radio 930, also starting at 5 o'clock. I'm Cole Pepper.
I'm Krissty Andaur. We'll see you tomorrow.
Armada Kickoff is brought to you by Community First Credit Union, Winn-Dixie, Baptist Health, Bowden Eye and Associates, Brumos Automotive, and Coastal Spine and Pain Center.